Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a post from Virgie Tovar on Instagram where she's getting angry at someone for leaving the body positivity movement. She's actually reacting to an article from the New York Post where someone says they left the body positivity movement for their health. We're also going to be taking a look at a bonus clip of someone else getting angry at this article, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Here's the video that's got Virgie Tovar so upset.
I used to be a body positivity influencer, preaching a simple message: love yourself at any size. And then I risked it all.
I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. You gotta really think about your health. Love yourself at any size, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes.
I remember this from a little while back.
Tell you how I got here. From championing body positivity to renouncing it. My story starts like this. Since I was a little girl, I always knew I was bigger. But I'm from the Bronx, where having a curvy body and a fat ass is what you want. When you're Latina, you get called gordita, and it's a term of endearment.
As far as I know, gordita just means a large woman. Then there's also gordito, which means a large man. I did not know that it was a term of endearment. I've never heard that before.
Fluffy, like Gabriella Lascano used to say.
I called myself fat around my mom, and she was like, "Mijo, you're not fat, you're fluffy."
It wasn't until college that I learned in the rest of the country, thinness is the beauty standard. Even worse, fat people are seen as lazy and dumb.
I'm doing horizontal running.
It wasn't just a fun thing to be fluffy, it was actually something people found disgusting.
Run for the hills, it's Fatzilla!
Studies show fat people are often treated worse in healthcare.
Dude, Dave Chappelle was in The Nutty Professor. That's what's going on right here. That's what we all need to pay attention to right here. Hold on.
Run for the hills, it's
That's Dave Chappelle.
Fatzilla!
Sorry about that.
Studies show fat people are often treated worse in healthcare. And for women, the heavier we are, the less we're paid. I eventually learned
You decided to leave the body positivity movement, so I don't know why we're bringing up all of this stuff.
that this discrimination has a name: fat phobia. I never planned on being a body positivity influencer. I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to be a star.
I love Beyonce.
But being plus size, I never felt like it was possible, and so I started my YouTube channel in 2010.
Oh my goodness, look at what YouTube looked like back then.
Make like a semicircle type of effect. But it's just a simple tank top and it only costs like 13 bucks.
That's when I started to get more attention from other plus size women about how empowered they felt watching my content. And that just made me feel like I had a bigger purpose in what I was creating.
Okay, so you started getting validated from other plus-size people online.
I started posting more intentionally.
You woke up for a reason. You didn't wake up to feel bad about yourself.
Sometimes about plus size fashion.
They actually look like a legit 3X. They look big.
Yo, hold on now. These pants have built-in orange freaking shoelaces? What the heck? Sorry. I'll try to focus. So, orange shoelaces on the pants? What? I'm not much of a fashionista, so maybe I just don't understand what the heck is going on here.
They look like a legit 3X. They look big.
Or travel.
I deserve to be on this flight just as anyone else.
Brands started sending
You started making airplane videos? That's how you know you've gone too far in the movement, when you start demanding extra seats on an aircraft.
me clothes to model.
I have a collaboration with Boohoo. So I partner with GS Love Me. Thank you to Forever 21 for sponsoring this video.
I was on magazine covers and making headlines. It was the late 2010s and body positivity exploded.
Oh, the late 2010s were the jam, son.
Versace brand featured 3 plus-size models.
Full-figured, plus-size lady.
American Vogue Sports Illustrated
Oh, Tess Holiday referenced. Let's go, Tess.
size models.
Full-figured,
I know her.
plus-size
Rebel Wilson.
lady.
Lizzo.
American Vogue
I don't know who you are.
Sports Illustrated.
I also don't know who you are.
A huge step forward
Who the hell was that last person? Sorry, man.
for body positivity.
That's Megan Trainor. I know her.
seeing a community that welcomes you with open arms and tells you there's no pressure to look this way, to be this certain weight. I mean, does that not sound like paradise?
I guess. I mean, everybody has a different idea of what paradise would be like.
Then, over time, I got heavier and heavier. I've always been an adventurous person, but there was a lot I couldn't do anymore. Fitting into the seats on roller coasters, planes. I couldn't wear heels, my dresses wouldn't zip up.
Okay. She embraced the body positivity movement, but now she's starting to deal with some real-world consequences.
And that wasn't all.
When you're bigger, you might not be able to wipe as well as a thinner person. You can't.
Okay, yeah, now we're getting into some real stuff here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can't really be messing around and pretending like these issues aren't a huge deal. And I'm not saying we need to feel bad about them, but these issues are issues.
Reach because there's no space.
Some days I would look at photos and not even recognize myself. I'm only 5 feet tall, and at my heaviest, I was close to 400 pounds.
Okay. As we came to learn recently, Tess Holliday said she was 5'3" and over 300 pounds, and that put her at a BMI of 53.1. She just said she was 5 feet tall and over 400 pounds, and I'm not trying to shame anybody at all. Not at all. That's not the point of me pointing this out. All right, I just looked it up. If you were 5 feet tall and 400 pounds, that would give you a BMI of 78.1.
I started to wonder if loving myself at any size had become an excuse to ignore how big I was getting. I felt like I saw myself being brainwashed, essentially. Meanwhile, the language around body positivity began sounding more extreme online.
There are a few words that I don't allow. Healthy is one of them.
I love how we're bringing that up as an example of how the body positivity movement has gone off the rails. Oh my goodness. And then here's Hannah Talks Bodies.
Comes up a lot when I talk about how the word obese is a slur.
I don't want to step on the scale at the doctor's. I say, oh, I don't want to be weighed today.
Intentional weight loss is fat phobic.
This is what makes exercise fat phobic.
It's rooted in fat phobia.
Okay, we got a lot of good little clips right here.
Yeah, it's not rooted in science. It doesn't work.
I've even seen celebrities.
It's not rooted in science and it doesn't work. Weight loss. That takes care of that. Good enough for me. Yo, weight loss just straight up is impossible. Good enough for me.
Being attacked for losing weight.
This morning, Kelly Clarkson facing criticism after revealing she's...
I love that picture. Hold on. Why am I such a child? Why is this picture cracking me up so hard, bro?
Clarkson facing criticism after revealing she's taking a prescription medication for weight loss.
No, she damn didn't.
Down star is facing criticism after her noticeable
Adele, no, you didn't. Lizzo, what?
weight loss.
No, I'm just kidding. I remember all of these stories.
It wasn't always like this. Years before, I had often talked about weight loss without getting hate.
The last couple days, I was feeling really like depressed. And I was like, I need to get my ass out there and work out. Today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day video to lose weight.
But as the body positivity community became more radical, I was scared to say the wrong thing. So I stayed silent. Then, my friend died. She was a body positivity influencer who
Oh, you knew Jamie Lopez.
founded the world's first plus-size salon.
All bodies, all sizes, and has custom chairs that hold up to 800 pounds.
She was just someone I considered like a big sister. Taught me about business and taught me about the movement. I worried about her a lot. After she was bedridden because of heart failure, Jamie expressed her desire to lose weight.
Oh my goodness. Bedridden because of heart failure. That is a very serious thing to be bedridden for.
I haven't left the house in 2 years, and I just learned to walk again.
I really believed that she was going to make it out of it. But in late 2022, she died at 37, reportedly from heart complications.
Like, I didn't want her to feel like I was trying to tell her what to do, and I kind of wish I would have spoke up maybe more.
Wow, that's really messed up. Well, you don't really have any ownership in her situation. You don't have to feel guilty about that at all. As messed up as it is, she made her bed and lied in it. It sounds cold. I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying, like, we can't really beat ourselves up for not saving somebody else.
And just let her know that I cared.
And she wasn't the only one. A week later, another body positivity influencer posted this video.
I ruined my life with food, eating, and lack of self-care.
I actually covered this story before.
I'm hoping that it's not too late for me this time.
Just months before, Brittany said she developed type 2 diabetes and serious weight-related skin infections.
So my pelvic region is literally the size of like a large purse. It's extremely swollen and hard.
1 week after posting that video, begging the universe for another chance at life,
it's really scary how bad things can get.
She died. She was 28. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. So I'm guessing all of these various deaths from people in your community made you start questioning the body positivity movement and your involvement in it.
For sure if Jamie and Brittany died because of their size. But hearing their own regrets, I couldn't help but think of myself. It was one thing to sacrifice my adventurous lifestyle. It was another to put my life at risk. And so I just pressed record and everything I said just came out.
I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't care. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement. Health is real.
You're a good person.
Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And this is coming from someone who's learning those lessons now, myself.
And the backlash was massive.
Literally been...
You got backlash from that. From saying that health is real, let's take our health seriously.
Seething with anger.
It's blowing my mind how fat phobic you've become.
You should know better and do better.
The body positivity
do better, they told her.
Community branded me a pariah. And so I left. I want to lose more weight, but I still feel a lot better than I did before. I feel a lot more like myself. Let me be clear. Not every fat person is unhealthy. Not every skinny person is healthy.
A viral rise in skinny talk.
Skinny talk, dark side of social media.
Encourages eating.
If you want to get skinny, you need to gaslight yourself to skinny.
Not everyone can control their weight, and no one should be mistreated for it.
Well, let's not get nutty and say that not everyone can control their weight. Perhaps that's a little bit of body positivity rhetoric that we need to ditch.
But what's not fat phobic is this. Being fat does increase your risk of health problems.
Get out! Get her the hell out of here. Sorry.
Studies show obese people are about 6 times more likely to develop type 2 diabetes.
Get the hell out. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're saying that this obesity thing has several health risks? What?
28% greater risk of heart disease. We have higher risk for 13 types of cancer. Up to 7 times the risk for endometrial cancer. Up to 5 times the risk for esophageal cancer. Colon, rectal, pancreatic, kidney. Higher risk of strokes. We can still be body positive while acknowledging these risks. We can still love ourselves, even if we want to lose weight. That's what real body positivity should stand for.
Yeah.
Loving yourself at any size and having the freedom to change it.
All right, so that's the video of the person who left the body positivity movement for their health. She said that she knew several people that passed away, and that's when she really decided to leave the movement. I don't think anybody could possibly be angry at her for that, or could they? The split inside body positivity boils down to this one thing. Shots were fired yet again at the body positivity movement last week when the New York Times posted an opinion piece titled Confessions of a Former Body Positive Influencer. That's the video we just watched. Though it is being newly adjudicated by the press due to the Ozempic era, the body positivity movement itself is no stranger to the types of arguments being made in this piece. This video, in fact, exposes a long-standing tension that's worth examining. The split inside body positivity fundamentally boils down to one thing: whether you see this as a fight primarily for self-acceptance or you see it as a fight primarily for collective social change. Well, she left the movement for health reasons and because she had seen some of her friends pass away and she was scared. Rightfully so. Those reasons for leaving are so valid. To put a finer point on why these questions can create so much tension, it's important to keep in mind that entering a movement is akin to entering a relationship. Intention matters. This sounds like a lot of work, bestie, honestly. Can I just look out for number one for a little bit right here? Can I just focus on number one and take care of that for just one moment, please? It's the difference between entering a partnership with the question, what can you do for me? And entering with the question, how can we work as a team to thrive together? Okay, so she had too many individualistic ideas when she joined the body positivity movement. She should have been focusing on how she can help the team as a whole or something. Stop trying to better your own health personally. Worry about the group or something. Which is really interesting because eventually our health boils down to individual responsibility. There isn't anything inherently wrong with the first question. No one is purely selfless. However, a primarily self-improvement minded person has very different expectations of themselves and others than a primarily collective change-minded person. Okay, so you're saying that she was too concerned with her own personal wants and desires. She needs to be more concerned with the group and what the group wants. Okay? But where is the group going to be when we start suffering all of the health ramifications? For instance, a person who sees body positivity through a self-improvement lens may be less interested in taking time to understand the strong evidence that shows us that BMI is not a good indicator of health. Weight loss is not effective long-term for most people, and when we use weight as a proxy for health, it leads to discrimination and poorer health outcomes for people in larger bodies. Okay, so it looks like Virgie is discouraging people from having a self-improvement lens when looking at the body positivity movement. Don't be concerned about improving yourself. Tension turns into resentment when the more politically minded faction keeps having to explain why body positivity isn't anti-health to the other faction, who can't be bothered to do the reading. That's funny. Because there are several bits of knowledge from doctors and the health community that people within this movement refuse to read. Likewise, it's deeply frustrating to be a self-improvement oriented person who's asked to read a bunch of admittedly depressing studies when you don't see how that could possibly help you feel better about your own body. The start of the Ozempic era became the first moment for some content creators when the relationship to the movement went from easy and Instagrammable to challenging and inconvenient. Leaving body positivity in this context is not merely a decision based on autonomy or what you do or don't owe the movement. It is a signal about which version of the movement you were participating in to begin with. Dude, can we just allow people to better their lives if they want to? The New York Times video captures the emotional nature of the split. What it does not interrogate, however, is the values underpinning it. The current moment is less about whether someone left the movement than about which version of it they were inhabiting all along. The real question, then, is not whether an influencer should be free to change her mind. Of course she is. The real question is, who stays when a social movement stops being comfortable? Okay, so I'm pretty confused by Virgie Tovar's article. The person said they left the movement for health reasons and because people that they actually knew in real life had passed away. Those seem like pretty valid reasons to leave the movement. Virgie Tovar is basically like, you have an individualistic view of health and you only want to better your own life. That's why you left the movement. You need to be more collective and consider the group. Or something. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Personally, for me, I think all the reasons that person chose to leave the movement are perfectly valid. Now we're going to be taking a look at a bonus clip of somebody else getting mad at that.
The New York Times opinion section just published a video blog about a person who was a former body positive influencer and then risked it all and denounced the movement. Aside from the fact that it is full of misinformation about body positivity or fat liberation.
How so? We just got done watching that video. I don't think it got into the tenets of body positivity at all, really. She just said that she left it because of health complications and she saw a lot of her friends going down an unhealthy road that she did not want to also go down. Basically.
There's nothing new or different about somebody being like, oh, I'm body positive. Well, actually, I'm gonna go lose weight.
Yeah, there's nothing new about that. People be changing their mind all the time, man.
Like, okay, if the New York Times opinion wants to post something or publish something that's actually revolutionary and interesting and a little different, why don't they post about somebody who's in a fat body, staying in a fat body, not pursuing weight loss?
Oh yeah, that would be revolutionary and interesting. They should post about somebody who's in a fat body, staying in a fat body, and not pursuing intentional weight loss. Okay, so you didn't hear any of her reasons for leaving the movement at all. You're just like, you shouldn't have done that. They actually need to post people from the movement. Like, you literally didn't hear any of her reasons for leaving at all.
Actually understands fat liberation and body positivity.
Right, she had valid reasons for leaving the movement that were related to health. I feel like you're purposely missing the point.
And even in all of the messages in our culture is still staying firm in their values and beliefs and existing in their body as it is right now.
If we had a valid argument, we could counter all of her reasons for leaving the movement, but we don't seem to have an actual counter argument.
That's revolutionary. That's part of the resistance. That's how change happens.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and consider this not a valid counter argument.
Somebody who's a body positive influencer deciding to pursue weight loss isn't actually news.
Okay, and there you have it. According to her, somebody deciding to leave the body positivity movement and pursue intentional weight loss isn't actually news. I don't know if that was a valid counter to all of the points that other person made, but I'll take it. I'll go ahead and accept that anyway. Did you even watch the video? I feel like you didn't even watch that person's video because they went over several reasons why they were leaving the body positivity movement, and every single one of them was related to health. She was just like, that's not news. People leave the body positivity movement all the time. Okay. I don't know why Virgie Tovar is so offended by that, or why that other person was so offended by that. Personally, I think that person's reasons for leaving the movement are very valid, but what do you think? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.